get down to brass tacks, gentlemen.
This is it. The American dream.
Let's just cut the crap and get down to brass tacks here.
This is it. The American dream.
Let's get down to brass tacks here.
This is it. The American dream.
But let's get the brass tacks here.
We don't need to fucking practice, Randy.
Check, baby, 1, 2.
Check, baby, 1. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. It's the Brass Tacks Podcast, episode 54. And we're gracing you guys with another live show. So if you're catching this live, thank you for being here. But we are doing this because we're out of town for the next 2 weeks. So we're doing some pre-recording and getting all this shit done with. But we're your hosts, Rick and Adam. My name is Rick.
I thought you were going to say we were out of weed, so we can't do it for 2 weeks. That's kind of where I thought you were going with that. We're out of weed, so, we can't do it for 2 weeks until the paychecks come in.
It probably wouldn't be as fun of a show, that's for sure.
Sure.
But we, of course, are joined by the lovely and talented executive intern, Logan. What's up, G?
Hello.
But yeah, it's been a day. You should tell the public, Adam, your little joke you dropped right before we started recording.
No, I don't know. Somehow it came up, that song, who sings it?
I don't know who the artist is.
Like,
I know the song's called...
Check, baby, 1, 2.
Yeah, the song's called Rump Shaker. But it's like that one where it's like that saxophone.
Yeah.
By Rex and Effect.
There we go.
That's a very 90s rap name.
Well, what if in the 90s, more relevant, they were talking about Czech babies from Czechoslovakia? So that's what they were actually singing about.
I hate that. I hate everything about that
it's
joke.
Part of the cabal.
You're in the cabal. Thank you, Rabbi. Yes, please, everyone, please smash the like button. That helps us out a lot. Which, actually, I don't know how much it's going to help us with this one, because basically what I have to do is when we're done with this episode, I have to delete this after I download the actual video and shit like that from it. I have to delete this from Facebook. So actually, don't worry too hard about smashing the like button just yet. Next week, definitely smash the like button. If you're joining us live, come back next week and then smash the like button once it's posted for real.
If you're watching it live, you got it. That's what the next week's episode's going to be, so.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just over here hoping that nothing too crazy or nothing too cool happens in the next 2 weeks.
Something's going to happen.
Of course. Well, that's the kind of luck I have. If my
something's happening here.
But that's always my luck, dude. It's like I'm gonna get home as soon as I land. The day I land, I bet you it'll be like, oh, cure for COVID. Oh, Ghislaine Maxwell spills her guts about every single thing. Doesn't hold back. It'll be like this surge of just dank ass news, and I'm gonna be missing it as I'm sitting over there shaking, watching everybody enjoy their libations while I sit there and try to act like smoking weed and shit like that's covering up for the alcoholism.
Well,
you got to do something, right?
You got to have some masks.
Yeah, I guess. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of all of it, man. I'm just worn out on the news. I have to spend so much time just because I think we cover some pretty obscure shit on here. In terms of the articles we bring up, I have to fucking really dig for a lot of this shit because it's literally nothing but COVID and politicians and celebrities are fucking kids. That's pretty much it. That's all you're getting out of the mainstream media these days.
Lamestream.
Oh, careful. It's a hot take.
Hot mic.
Hot mic. It's either that or you're getting sensationalist news about rioting and things of that nature. And Rabbi says he's doing both. Good man. Yeah, drink one for me, please. But this is the thing. Yesterday we covered that whole the news blowing out of proportion, the quote unquote riots that were happening around Denver. And I think I think they got like enough pushback from everybody, from the overall public, that they released like an updated video of the riots that had supposedly taken place. They posted an updated video. I think it was like yesterday. It was literally right after we were done with the episode. I was searching around for material for today, and the same news station released another video. But this time, you know how we were making fun of the fact, like, oh, you couldn't see any real clashes with police, you couldn't see any real fires or any like real problems, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They posted like a shitload of footage of like small fires on sidewalks and like smashed out windows and stuff like that, which we'll get into a little bit later on once we head into bad news. I just thought it was kind of funny that literally right after we got done talking about it, you see that they're trying to cover up for what they did. And who knows? I mean, the thing is in those really close up shots of things, like of shots of protesters and things like that, like how we were making fun of how they usually they zoom in super close to make it seem as though there's more people than there are. You have to wonder if like some of these shots are actually from our state.
Yeah.
You know, because I wouldn't put that past them.
Or the deep state.
Well, the cabal. Talking about Adam's BBC.
Well, they lied.
Let's talk about your BBC.
Did you have a good birthday yesterday? Like when you got home,
It was all right.
Fucking Adam gets home yesterday, and I had just gotten done with all the stuff for the show. I had like edited the audio shit and posted it. Adam's like, "Yo, you playing video games?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I'm playing video games." And then his friend calls him. I don't hear back from him for what, like 3 hours or some crazy shit.
No, I called my sister, and then because she called me, and then I called my friend back. Well,
I'm just getting tired of you hitting me up, asking me to play video games. Adam's a video game cock tease. There's been several times where, like me, Adam, executive intern Logan, we all get into a party and we're all playing Call of Duty and shit. And it's like every 2 rounds, Adam's got to like back out of the lobby, go smoke 10 cigarettes, go feed his 19 animals, go milk his fish, and all the other shit that he's doing.
Dinner, like.
Yeah, he'll literally sit there and fucking cook. He'll cook in between shooting people and stuff. Quit touching the mic.
That is true. Even when Logan and I were playing over.
Yeah, he's out here heating up wings and eating right into the fucking mic.
I heat up, and then I was snacking on him right into the mic.
Speaking of, don't even get me started on. Okay, so you have bad manners when you are in a party with people, or even when we're streaming. The last stream the 3 of us all did together, Adam was fucking opening closing garage doors like right into the mic, fucking pouring carbonated beverages right into the mic, and it was just, there was a number of different things you were doing right into the mic, and I didn't understand why.
It's because it's IRL, dude.
I know, I understand you're trying to convey like
the people need to know, dude.
They don't. That's the thing, is they don't need constant background noise. They don't need constant fidgeting with the microphone, which is that's actually the main reason I invested in this like very silent boom arm, because I am such a nervous asshole when I'm doing this. I'm always moving the mic around. I'm always swiveling around in my seat. Swizzling, yeah. Rabbi says, did he get into some cream pie? Did you?
Of course.
Good man.
Cream pies always go on, dude.
That's a good man. I tiptoed back into the T-zone last night. I was like,
You got your feet wet?
Yeah, I was like, I took a week off. I'll see if anything new's going on. And yeah, there was some new stuff going on. So
there was new T-zone.
There's new T-zone. Yeah, If you boys are interested, I can send you some links.
How's the T-zone getting along right now with the COVID?
I don't think they've been affected in any way, shape, or form. The stuff I was seeing last night is I watched a T-zone that involved a guy, a chick, and a T-zone. And it like the chick was absolutely filthy. Like absolutely filthy. Like and like that's kind of what I was telling you guys yesterday, or I guess last week, since we're pre-recording.
Yeah,
we're living in the future today. But that's kind of what I was telling you guys.
Timeline.
That's kind of what I was telling you guys. Like it's weird with me. Like for porn, I can't watch vanilla shit. I can't watch like straight up like just regular sex. And it for some reason it's the element of just filthiness involved. Like the filthier the shit is, the more aroused I become by it. Even though I know in real life I would never be one of those dudes like waiting in line to spill one in some random chick, you know. They would never. That's not my reality.
It's the prestige.
I don't think there's anything prestigious about it.
Well, definitely not.
It's a fucking. I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. I don't roll. No, I am not. Hello, Bite Size. Bite Size says that Rick's into scat.
He is indeed.
I mean,
Shut up, Logan.
what a hot take, though. That would be mild. I mean, if you're going down the T-zone, oh, you're in the scat. Well, I just figure
You think scat and T-zone are tantamount to one another?
they're not.
No, I'm sorry. There's a big difference between T-zone and scat. Yeah, scat's like its own thing. Like I think the sex.
It's definitely its own thing.
Well,
But if you're into one zone, you may be into the other. I'm not shocked by it.
That's literally.
You're into P-play?
That's
Squirting?
No, you're a straight white male. I don't expect you to understand anything about T-zone or crossing any sexual boundaries. Adam's a fucking missionary. Look you dead in the eyes. Doesn't do any heavy breathing. Doesn't say anything. He just pumps until he's done and he goes to sleep.
That's not true.
Me, on the other hand, there's a pulley system involved. There's fire probably. There's like a bear somewhere in the room. Grr. Other things of that nature. Happy birthday, Logan, says Bite Size.
Well,
thank you.
Is it nature versus nurture?
I was actually hoping somebody would, since yesterday was your real birthday, Adam, I was really hoping somebody would call up and just be like, happy birthday, Logan, just go fuck your mother.
Bite Size is the only one that would get it.
Yeah, but I mean, whatever.
All right.
What do you think we're out here trying to appeal to like mass audiences and shit? That's the biggest problem that we're going to face here in the future is like, we have to figure out a way to keep our audience like, not we don't want too many people listening, but it's not like we don't want people listening. Oh, it's okay, Bite Size. You're good, dude. You don't have to apologize for missing the stream. We know you're always here in spirit.
Spirit.
I was wearing my Cobra Craft Wands shirt yesterday. I love that shirt, especially with the blue lights and everything like that. It makes everything glow. It's a badass shirt. You really should have gotten one, Adam. I don't know what the fuck your problem is.
I'll consider it.
Dr. Love Radio FM says, hi guys, where are you live from? We are live from Denver, Colorado, my friend. Thank you for joining us.
Getting doxxed.
Yeah. Let me give you my physical address while I'm at it. Elitist stream. That's exactly what it is. All right. So let's say, I think that's enough of the small talk.
Small talk.
Shut the fuck up. I can never, dude, have you guys noticed I can never fucking segue into a segue or a segment?
I have noticed it actually.
And
yes.
I can't stop from stuttering and shit. It's like I get all worked up. I'm like, oh my God, you don't want to disappoint all 7 people watching. Fucking stumble over. Bad news, everyone.
Well, I've got some good news and some bad news.
Okay, give me the bad news.
What's the bad news?
They're dead.
This whole thing fucking sucks. I mean, this is the biggest pile of shit
All right. Our first piece of bad news today is a man who believed the virus was a hoax loses his wife to COVID-19. And you can't hear that and not chuckle a little bit. That's some of the funniest shit I could possibly imagine.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's like, come on, dude. And it's like they're the demographic here. Let me switch over the monitor so you can all see these nobodies. They are just your stereotypical people, like your stereotypical COVID deniers. You know, the exact type of people you would think would be out there like, oh, I don't need a mask. Brr, 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 brr. You know, they're your standard like squatty fat white couple that were just like, no, it's a joke. Is it a joke now, bud?
That's what someone said on The Sopranos too.
What?
It's a joke.
Oh, what was that?
When what's his name was in the gay bar.
Oh yeah, when they caught Vito in there,
Vito, yeah.
in the leather bar.
Yeah.
It's a goof. It's a goof. And the guys are just looking at him like disgusted. And they were just there to shake somebody down, weren't they?
Well, they were just there to make collections.
Yeah. Bite-sized Cobra Vid says Josh is posting up wands soon. Late birthday present for Adam. Yes. See, I wanted to get Adam a Cobra Craft wand, but he keeps telling me he'll snap it in front of me if I do it.
I may have said that once.
But that's the thing is I know you and you will.
No.
You wouldn't? If I actually get you one, you wouldn't?
You know I wouldn't do that.
All right, well, I guess I'm going in on a wand for you.
Nah, don't do it.
Rabbi Red Eye there, Dad.
She's dead.
All right. So Brian Lee Hitchens and his wife Erin had read claims online that the virus was fabricated, linked to 5G, or similar to the flu. The couple didn't follow health guidelines or seek help when they fell ill early May. Brian recovered, but his 46-year-old wife became critically ill and died this month from heart problems linked to the virus. Let's take a look at them again. Heart problems, huh? Linked to the virus or maybe unhealthy eating habits?
Just heart problems.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that maybe COVID wasn't her only health concern.
It's clearly it's 5G, dude. All right, look at that. You got two Adonists.
They lied to me about the Gulf of Tonkin incident.
Perfect shape, perfect condition. That's 5G. We know it.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it for a second. I mean, you got to wonder, why are they pushing it so hard, guys? I still don't understand.
I feel like that guy looks like that could be his mom.
Yeah. Isn't it always weird that, like, I see this a lot at the liquor store, especially with, like, addict couples. I see a lot of that. But basically, like, I see a lot of people that you can just tell they've been addicted to whatever they're addicted to for years, and they start looking like each other, like they're both deteriorating, so they start both looking like crypt keepers almost.
Well, they look like they were addicted to McDonald's.
So. Right. Well, I mean, that's still a very valid addiction.
Jane's.
Rabbi says radical leftists killed her. That's probably what it was.
Yep.
Antifa. Let's see here. Brian spoke to BBC.
Oh. Let's talk about your BBC.
In July, as part of an investigation into the human cost of coronavirus misinformation. At the time, his wife was on a ventilator at the hospital. Deadly conspiracy theories. Aaron, a pastor in Florida, big fucking surprise, had existing health problems. She suffered from asthma and a sleeping disorder. Okay, well, there we are. Her husband explained it's not good going into a COVID battle with respiratory issues. We know that's like, you're pretty much fucked if that's the case. Her husband explained that the couple did not follow health guidelines at the start of the pandemic because of the false claims they had seen online. Another instance of people, why would you believe what you see on the internet of all places? Of all places, dude. The internet's where you have to be the most responsible with the information you take in and choose to believe in.
I would disagree with that. I would say anywhere you're taking information, you have to be skeptical.
That's a
internet is just another place. TV is just as bad. So
yeah, you're right. You're right. I can't argue with that. Let's see. Brian continued to work as a taxi driver and to collect his wife's medicine without observing social distancing rules or wearing a mask. They had both failed to seek help as soon as possible when they fell ill in May, and were both subsequently diagnosed with COVID-19. Oh, there's another glamour shot of these two. What a power couple.
What if they fell ill? Like they felt like they became really cool.
Oh no!
Like all those people who are ill. You see them shades are wearing really cool clothes.
Like how the Beastie Boys are
like,
ill.
Oh shit! They fell ill, dude.
That would.
And then there was the death of them. They got too cool.
They just start wearing fucking tracksuits.
Yeah, they peaked.
Pinky rings.
Yeah, they peaked, and they weren't really sick. They were ill, dude.
Brian told BBC News.
Let's talk about your BBC.
That he wished he'd been listening from the beginning and hoped his wife would forgive him. This is a real virus that affects people differently. I can't change the past. I can only live in today and make better choices for the future, Brian explained. She's no longer suffering, but in peace. I go through times missing her, but I know she's in a better place. Do you think they had to
He probably killed her.
Do you think
allegedly.
they had to saw two coffins apart and put them together to fit her in there?
Yeah.
This dude probably just thought of it.
Do you think they made her pay for 2 burial plots?
Potentially.
She has a California king coffin.
Oh, Logan. Hi. Brian said he and his wife had one firm belief about COVID-19. Instead, they switched between thinking the virus was a hoax, linked to 5G technology, or real but mild ailment. They came across these theories on Facebook, of course. So I guess maybe let me rephrase my statement. Again, I guess Adam's statement. Actually, this would just undo it. There's no need for me to repeat myself. But I was going to say, like, Facebook of all places too. Like, why the fuck are you taking in information from that? But as we've seen, Facebook's been behind some of the like violence going on in recent days. You know, amidst the Kenosha shit and all these other things happening around the nation and around the globe at that point. But people don't realize that there are privately contracted entities whose entire jobs it is to go online and stoke the fires and fan the flames between these two warring sides.
Dude, boomers love Facebook. If Suzanne was in the chat, I would say she is a boomer and she loves Facebook.
Suzanne's so not a boomer.
She's a boomer. Oh, they're all boomers, dude.
Why do you like picking fights with people so much? And it's like you actually not even so much with people, but just Suzanne. Like
That's not true.
You know she's gonna snuff your ass out one of these days.
I'm gonna find you up in that mountain keep.
Yeah,
no, I'm
dude.
just saying.
What if Adam just got killed? Like just like 3 shots to the back of the head. Nobody ever got brought to justice.
Better be a quick draw, dude.
Dog, you ain't out there. Who are you? You're Liam Neeson all of a sudden. You fucking soy sauce head. You're quick draw
Look at this
McGraw
hair,
on people.
man. It's
Get
never
out,
mind.
get out of my face. What were you going to say?
She's actually in the chat.
Of course she is.
I didn't think she was there. Okay.
You need to answer her question, though. Why do you hate her so much?
I don't hate her. No, I'm just making fun of boomers.
Quit rubbing the mic. That's making an annoying, this annoying
It wasn't
fucking
me. It was
squeaking
Logan,
sound
dude.
in the background.
What
It
the
was
fuck do you
not.
mean it wasn't me?
Jesus Christ. You've literally been doing this for over a year, dude. You should have this shit
I know,
already
but
in the back of your head. Like, hey, don't make annoying fucking noises while people are talking.
Well,
It's his gorilla podcasting.
Yeah, exactly. And
Lights
you-
out.
Stupid shit.
God damn, dude.
Guerrilla Radio. I don't hate Suzanne. I was just joke.
No, now he's backpedaling because he doesn't want to get killed on his way home.
Joke is a joke, dude.
She'll get a bunch of those rioters down in Denver to.
No,
jam
but
him
boomers.
up.
Yeah, but
That would be
boomers.
funny.
Fucking. They live on Facebook and they're like, everything on Facebook's real.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
that
all
is a big
polarized
problem.
on Facebook. Like, oh man, I got the next flyer out. Came out. 5G's causing everything, to die. Have you seen Bird Box?
Have you seen Bird Box? I haven't even watched Bird Box. I don't believe the hype when it comes to shit like that. But you're right. The biggest thing that happened with social media that really did fuck it up was this exodus of like parents, relatives, all these people rushing online and just kind of ruining the online culture, because the online culture was mainly like teens to early 30s, around that demographic, and there was a whole culture around the internet that just kind of got fucked up when everybody made this mass exodus to online profiles and social media accounts and shit like that, because now it's just so accessible and everybody has a phone, and that's everybody's.
The internet used to be cool, man.
Well, everybody's main pastime is just sitting there staring at their phones and flipping through bullshit, liking things and sharing things and trying to get these like weird dopamine rushes when they see that something that they shared got shared. And,
I got a like on my video.
Yeah,
Good
holy
for
shit.
fucking you, dude.
But it fucks me up because it kind of started happening with MySpace when they started trying to do more of a mainstream like music thing. They were pushing music super hard. Yeah. That didn't really fuck it up, but once the genesis of Facebook happened and it was more accessible, like Facebook wasn't any longer dedicated to just college students trying to keep in touch with one another. Once it was fucking everyone on it at one time, it's just like every other thing in humanity. Once you get a certain amount of people involved, there is a perfect number of people to have involved in something without ruining it. But the more people you add, eventually there's going to be a breakdown in the system, and the culture, or I guess the experience that you once came to this certain venue for, is no longer available. So why the fuck are you even there?
When the machine breaks down, we break down, dude. Sergeant Barnes. Platoon.
We all got the reference. Let's see here. Oh yeah, this was another one that was.
But the internet used to be cool, dude.
Yeah, I know that.
It used to be, you could do whatever the fuck you want. Now it's like you gotta tweet about stuff and.
Well, yeah, you gotta take pictures of your stupid meals.
Instagram about stuff, or Flash. What is that thing that lasts for 5 minutes or whatever?
What?
What's Snapchat? Snap
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
For what?
I mean,
for what?
Well, that's the thing,
And that's all being policed. Like, now the regular internet's being policed. You can't have fucking fun on the internet.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem. That's literally what we're talking about. It's like too many fucking people came to the party, and now the party's not fun.
Bring back the AOL chat rooms, people.
Yeah, bring back Dream Chat. That's what Skylar and I used to get on all the time. That was like our main go-to chat room for like when we wanted to get nude pictures of women and stuff like that.
Yeah. I thought you were more in the M for M.
Well, no, we actually had to pretend to be women so that we could get naked pictures from.
So you were a W
people.
for M.
Yeah, exactly. Skylar and I would catfish.
Why would
other
another
guys.
W want W pictures.
I've already told you this story a million times, and so basically what we would do is like we would just say we would pretend to be girls, and because we couldn't we only had his mom's computer, and none of us had. I didn't have an internet connection at my house at the time, so I would go over to Skylar's house. We'd wait until his parents would go to sleep, get on Dream Chat, pretend to be women looking to get into like a sex chat with another dude, and we'd be like, yeah, we're really into chicks too, like start posting some naked pictures of chicks, get us all worked up, and we'd start like chatting sexual stuff back. And they'd be like, send us a pic. And we'd be like, all right, send me one more. I'm ready to fucking like bust out the photo album. And so they would send us pictures, and then Skylar and I would always troll them. Like once we had enough pictures for the night, we would print them out, and then we'd start sending like pictures of dicks and pictures of shit. And I think one time I sent a dead body picture to a guy, and like we would send like photos from like funerals and shit back and stuff like that. But it was a good time.
From like steakandcheese.com, remember that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
There was Steak and Cheese. What were the other ones, dude, that were big?
E-Bombs World.
E-Bombs World.
Newgrounds.
Yeah.
Habbo Hotel was like a big thing then. I still have a Habbo Hotel account, man. I mean, it's not cool to go on there anymore because now it's like there was like a whole thing where they caught a bunch of pedos on there and shit. There were like dudes pretending to be teenagers trying to meet up with people in real life and shit. It just sucks. People ruin everything. Habbo Hotel was one of the most fun things to get on and just troll people.
Well, the people didn't ruin it. It's large corporations ruined the internet. That's why the internet's ruined.
I don't think pedophiles on Habbo Hotel had anything to do with that.
No, not that. But like overall, like the internet was ruined by billion-dollar companies.
Yeah, I agree. Well, once you see how much money is in it for you, and it's just that's a game over right there. You no longer have any control over it.
I know.
So this next story is teen vowed to take his life if Michigan Psych Hospital released him. The next day, he did.
A 15-year-old boy is dead after taking his own life, but his family says this is a tragedy everyone saw coming.
Everyone it seems but the psychiatric hospital that released him. Tonight's 7 investigator Ross Jones continues his
They're really close together, aren't they?
Mental health
Why are they so close together for this news show?
Dave Carolyn, good evening. You did not need to be a doctor to see all the red flags.
He was like, I'll show you I'm not racist.
Yet they were missed, and a teen
Put her
boy
right
is
next to
dead.
me. Oh, here we go with the music.
John was always an old soul from day one. He loved hunting shows, loved
Goddamn
old
kids.
westerns, loved riding ponies.
From the photos, John Weezar's life looked like a lot of 15-year-olds. But just beneath the surface,
terrible haircuts.
He was struggling. He'd been diagnosed with manic depression, suffered from epileptic seizures.
There's a shot of
and
him
in the
selling
fall,
weed.
Was hit with a misdemeanor charge stemming from an incident at school.
We went in to see his therapist.
That mom's a
and
looker.
He told her that he put a gun barrel to his head. He said, I'm angry.
You'll see.
I'm sad. I don't know why. I just don't want to live.
Very good
John
looking.
needed to be admitted immediately, but the nearest psychiatric bed available was 2 hours away in Grand Rapids at Pine Rest Hospital.
I could see it in his face. I could hear it in his voice. I knew
Of
he was
course
hurting
she's a
himself.
patient.
Ellie Stidd was a patient at Pine Rest too, and quickly became one of John's friends. But instead of getting better during his stay, she said John got worse.
How directly?
Well, yeah, it's a Christian mental facility. What the fuck?
It's a Christian?
If they
Yeah,
were to
come
send
on.
me home today, I'd kill myself.
He didn't just say it to her.
You know, my thing is
Hospital
why are
records
those?
show John repeatedly told
Why are these things still allowed to exist? When we've seen that, like, especially these churches and these places that offer like gay conversion therapy, a lot of those people end up killing themselves because they're just told over and over again that there's something wrong with them. You can't mix religion and medicine. That's fucking ridiculous. This is what happens when you add your stupid fucking God
Well,
to
you're not
somebody's
mixing medicine and religion. You're using just religion.
I'm sure
If
they're
they were
not using
if-
just religion.
If they were using medicine, there'd be some kind of maybe people would be not killing themselves as much.
Well, that's true. I mean, we don't know if he was being medicated properly or if
They
they
were
were
not-
just
if it's a
praying over
Christian
him or
one-
something.
if
Or
it's a
maybe I could
Christian
finish
one-
the sentence.
Well, if it's a Christian one,
You
they're
fucking
not
cool.
Well, they're not giving them medication
right ahead.
at a Christian one.
Jesus Christ, you fucking steamroller.
It's probably if it says Christian on the thing, it means they're definitely not giving them medications or anything.
Someone needs to give you medication. Fucking personal awareness medication.
Not aware of that.
When daddy's talking, you shut your fucking cock polisher.
No.
Doctors, nurses, and psychiatrists throughout his 13-day stay that he remained suicidal. On his third day there, John told a doctor, "If you make me go home, I'll kill myself." Days after that, he told a nurse, "I just want to die. I should have pulled the trigger." Day after day after day, even on his last full day of treatment, John kept saying he would kill himself the moment I get out of here. But the next day, when he said those feelings were gone, Pine Rest released him.
And I got a call that said we're discharging. And I said, I told you yesterday, he said, I'm not ready to come home. That he was going to hurt himself. And she said, we do not feel like he is a danger to himself or others. And I said, and if I don't come pick him up, she said, that's child abandonment, and we will notify the authorities.
His mother picked John up that afternoon and took him to his grandmother's home. That night, just hours after he was
grandma's
released,
a looker too.
John put a gun to his head and pulled the trigger.
Why did his mother take him
I don't understand.
to his grandmother's house?
Yeah, that's a good question too. It just sounds
going on
like
here?
she's passing the buck,
Well,
and also
there's some deeper shit going on.
right. Also, like I mean, you can see she doesn't look ultra stable either. Like a lot of times these things are genetic, and why would you first of all, before any of these questions are asked, why would you choose a Christian mental health facility?
Probably because it was free.
Good point. Yeah, it sounds like maybe there's a lot.
And then they'll indoctrinate them while they're there. We'll do some Bible study shit as well.
Yeah, faith healing.
I don't understand.
Oh, here come the cries. It's a sad situation, but it's
sad
like
situation, but I think she does understand.
Yeah.
I think she knows there is some weird shit going
Them
on
of his suicide
in
just
this
days
family.
after it took place. But despite all the red flags surrounding his death, the state asked no questions about his care or release.
In this case, it appears very clearly
he kind of looks like a young Jim
the ball was
Jeffries.
dropped, and a 15-year-old boy is no longer with us.
We shared John's hospital records with Tom Watkins, who spent 4 years running the Detroit-Wayne County Mental Health Authority.
It shouldn't be.
Okay, so a real specialist,
oh,
maybe?
well, stuff happens, and move on. A life was lost, and it appears that it could have been prevented.
As we've reported, the state has failed to investigate virtually every patient death reported to them since at least 2016. And in March,
Oh, come
our reporting
on.
prompted lawmakers to introduce bills that would change that, requiring every death be looked into. The pandemic stalled the bills in committee, but now that could be changing.
I was going to say it shouldn't even be legal for a Christian or a religious anything to open up any kind of healthcare facility. Not like that. Like I understand that there are some religious hospitals.
There's a lot of hospitals
that
that
are
have, yeah.
that are like that, but they don't. They're not like pushing their faith on you or anything like that. It just so happens that it's funded by a Christian element or a religious element or something like that. Like
Yeah,
those
I don't even
exist.
know how those are funded, but yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's a lot of weird shit that we just don't know about how that crap goes on. It's just odd to me that they're even allowed to associate religion with something as volatile as mental health.
What we need to do to help make sure that we get better in the future.
Senator Kurt Vander
Okay, a
Wal chairs the
non-answer.
Health Policy and Human Services Committee in Lansing and called the legislation a top priority.
The intention.
Okay, whatever. This guy's like saying a whole lot of nothing. I don't really care to hear what he has
He's trying to be like
say.
Dr. Phil.
Yeah, it's just more. It's just
Who's not a
more of that same kind of like, let's say what they want us to say. Tell them, we might have slipped up, and we're working behind the scenes. It's like you never hear or see anything past that.
It's a college essay answer. You just repeat the question with a little bullshit answer.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
doesn't even fully answer.
It's
the
not.
question.
Yeah, it's not really an answer.
Yeah,
Right.
You just repeat the question so everybody makes it out to seem like it.
Well, that's one of those. If you're ever wondering if somebody is a pathological liar or if they're like a sign of a sociopath or something like that, they'll always repeat questions that they either don't have the answer to or that they're going to lie about. They'll repeat it to buy them time to think of a lie.
Right.
And shit like that. So, I mean, that's just kind of weird that we're conditioned, like Logan was saying, like to give a college answer, you would repeat the question and shit like that. It's almost like they're they're kind of grooming your mind for that weird psychopathic tendency of thought or path of thought.
Yeah, theater of the mind. Theater.
Oh, here's the video, or the updated video from Denver 7 showing the riots and stuff. Now, we covered this yesterday or last week, depending on when you're seeing this. But this is basically a follow-up video that Denver 7 News did to their initial claims that there was a riot going on around downtown Denver, which we saw in last week's episode. Just wasn't the case. So they've updated the story with a little bit more aggressive footage. So we're going to take a look at this and see if we buy into it or not. If we believe in the hype.
Wanna?
Don't be telling me what to do. You go on.
This will not be tolerated in our city. You are not welcome here.
Last night was a riot in our city.
Denver leaders taking a stand, saying the damage and riots last night will not be tolerated anymore.
A group of rioters gathered at DPD headquarters last night and started setting fires and smashing windows. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jason Grenauer.
And I'm Jacqueline Allen. Denver police arrested these 12 people last night.
Looks like a fire you start with your friends when you're like 12.
It's just, I mean, if you look at this photo of all the people that were arrested,
oh boy,
not a single African American in the bunch. So
no, we got, well, that's not true. That one person,
I know
maybe.
which one you're talking about. He's probably Hispanic. He's got the same hair that I have.
Oh, that's a guy? I thought it was a girl.
The bald one?
No.
Oh God, yeah, that's a mess.
Second, top second from the right.
Top second from the right.
The one Logan was talking about looks like they arrested Sinead O'Connor. She's looking for a boyfriend.
There's a couple women with short hair, I mean.
Yeah.
That's their hair choice. Ellen.
And then they got Ron Weasley at the bottom left there. I don't think the viewers at home can see that one, though. My camera frame is covering that up. But yeah, that's the people that were arrested and shit like that during this whole thing. And so I really enjoyed our city leader's response to this. I'll just let this video play some more.
Charges ranging from criminal mischief to assault to having a dangerous weapon. Another person was cited and released.
Denver 7's Sean Toll joins us live with a strong message from city leaders. Sean.
Yep.
How strong?
Jason, many people in the city of Denver are just tired of all of the damage being caused. Now, city leaders say enough is
Look at
enough.
you smoked out, dude. There's fires.
For it to stop.
This video's a couple days old.
Yeah.
Look how bad the smoke is.
Dude. Why would you include the audio of a power drill?
I know.
Fucking idiots.
Last night was a riot in our city. We will not be using the word protest or march. This was a riot.
City leaders are fed up with damage to buildings. Mayor Hancock also brought up restitution and spoke
Look at
with
that,
the
just
US
being a
attorney
fucking
about
asshole, just
possible
breaking a
additional
window and
enforcement.
going around.
We're
Like,
going to do everything we
and it's all a bunch of white
can
guys
every
and white
element
chicks and
of
shit like
law
that.
and
What the
justice
fuck?
to hold those
Just trying to be
who
woke.
committed these crimes in our city last night, hold them accountable.
12 people arrested for the damage caused Saturday night.
Approximately 7 of these individuals are Denver residents. 2 indicate that they are residents of Boulder, and the rest
Of course.
addresses.
And one officer suffering a concussion and third-degree burns.
Fortunately, we believe the officer will make a full recovery.
Denver police say many showed up with weapons and the intent to commit violent acts. And the city's executive director of public safety
In this
says
particular
he wants
instance,
them to
I
stop
love
with the
watching the
narrative
police
that they
take care of these
march
assholes.
for Black lives.
Yeah, that police guy
Republicans
doing
know
the talking, though, looks like he has, like, gray spaghetti hair.
Wait, which one?
If you dyed spaghetti, like, black and gray, that's what his hair looks like.
Oh my God, yeah, it does. Old pasta head, dude. Oh shit.
Kind of annoys me.
Yeah. You should send a letter in.
That you do not represent us. Stop using the color of my skin as an excuse to tear up my city.
Fucking
We
thank
ask
you.
to stay home. If
So
you
isn't
aren't
it
going to protest
these guys
peacefully,
who put in the state mandate for a mask, but like half of them aren't wearing the mask?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's a good point too. But I mean, if they're giving these speeches and there's no one really like,
Yeah, that's fair.
They're on hydroxychloroquine, whatever.
They're on adrenochrome.
don't come out. You will be dealt with.
Whoa.
City leaders
Mhm.
definitely sending a message, but whether or not anyone listens.
So yeah, they did show some more footage of protesters or rioters, I should say, breaking windows and setting little fires here and there. So it's definitely a little worse than the initial report that we read and watched. It's a little worse than we thought it was, but I'm really, really glad that the city leaders came out and finally said that shit, dude, because we've talked about it before on the show, how these fucking white kids like come out of nowhere and they're trying to like steal it's almost like they're trying to steal the spotlight away from the movement. It's like they're trying to
gentrify the movement.
That's exactly what it seems like.
That's exactly what they're doing. They're gentrifying BLM, dude.
And it's one of those things where somebody had to say it. I'm surprised it wasn't said
racist
beforehand.
in itself.
Exactly. No, it
like
really
these
is.
white fake progressive like people, like, oh, we're gonna get this movement going because black people aren't smart enough to do it.
Yeah, that's
like,
exactly.
That's what they're fucking thinking. Like,
well, I'm glad you said that.
I'm progressive, but I'm actually a fucking racist.
Well,
piece of
I'm
shit.
glad you said that because it reminds me of when I was a kid.
Yeah,
it reminds me of
exactly.
when I was a kid and you would hear like, especially if I was out with my friends or something like that, and some random person would just be like, "Oh, your friend is so well spoken" or something like that. It's like, do you not even realize how patronizing and just fucking ignorant you sound when you say shit like that?
Right.
So it's about fucking time somebody came out and was like, "Yo, dude, could you please stop using the color of my skin for your stupid ass motives
to make yourself like try to win some
racism.
black points."
Yeah.
like, even though you're racist.
Those fucking I would love it if they would just migrate these protests and shit like that over to Boulder. See how long that lasted. That would last a day. If that, because those fucking idiots up at Boulder with all their affluence, they don't want that in their town. That's why you're seeing people driving in from Boulder to come do it here.
Right. Yeah, it's a bunch of Boulder's. Yeah, a bunch of rich white people who donate to progressive stuff, but yeah, they're closet racists, I think.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. That's
They're
the biggest
actually
problem.
racist.
The biggest problem in this country is not outspoken, like in your face racists. It's the people who are just pulling off white tricks and doing it like underhandedly that smile in your face, but they're like, "Oh, we'll never let him get past a certain point in life." Or
the white prestige.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's the name of the episode. Write it down.
White prestige.
That's what it is. It's white prestige, dude. It's the white fucking.
It's just hey,
Christian
white
Bale.
It's just
a bloody double.
Well, can white people just fucking let black people have this moment? Can they not let them have this movement?
No.
It's pretty fucking obvious that it's a long time coming.
Well, who knows if these well, I guess POC would also be people of Caucasian descent. But these white people, what if they're agent provocateurs, dude?
And I think that's a good point.
Trying to get things going so these movements can't go anywhere because
well, that's the thing is you're
a bunch of white provocateurs.
You're probably onto something with that. And also we are joined. We've got Rabbi Red Eye calling in. How you doing today, sir?
Hello, gentlemen.
Nice to hear from you.
Did the Bilderbergers tell you to call in?
The Bilderbergers?
Oh, yeah, the
Dude, we
Soros.
should.
Yeah,
Soros, man.
He's behind all of this, guys. Come on.
Fucking Rabbi's gonna come up on here and start trying to push the idea for an Amero. 1 unit of currency for all of North America. Dude, Rabbi Red Eye's a globalist. We really,
hey, man.
That's
the more
actually
people, the more people. That's how it works, man. Big tech and everything, all just consolidates into one fucking monolith.
Well, I think the government has to step in at some point because they'll be like, oh, we Jeff Bezos is more powerful than most governments.
Right. He certainly has the resources.
They had to sit down and talk to him and be like, look, I get you're the richest motherfucker, but here's some pictures of some shit we've done too. So
do you think he was maybe like one of the
play
first,
along with us?
Do you think he might have been one of the first guys that wasn't a politician that kind of got sat down for the president talk?
No, every billionaire probably does to a certain degree. Important influencing billionaires.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, I don't think he ever got sat down by anybody because, maybe he probably really isn't much of a billionaire.
Like CEOs of like Apple, like major tech companies, stuff like that.
Big swinging dicks.
Yeah,
money, man.
With global pull.
Well, there's been a lot of speculation about the timing of certain releases of technology around certain laws that get passed about what the government can and cannot do in terms of spying and shit like that through electronic devices. There's like a number of different documentaries online that keep getting fucking like pulled and shit from YouTube that are actually like some of them are extremely conspiratorial, but some of them like don't really sound that outlandish. Like the fact that Apple might have been in cahoots with like intelligence agencies during the time of developing new technologies and shit like that. When they were getting ready to release new devices, you know, they're in council with these other groups like intelligence groups and shit like that.
Yeah, I think that happens all the time. We know.
Well, it's a separate industry. You can make a fortune off of that alone, just giving access to people's personal information.
Well, sure, but there's also been deals all the time. Even we go back to like the 60s. Fuck, I think it was the 60s. What's his name? Fronted a CIA operation to pull a sub out of the ocean that sank.
Wait, that wasn't Search for Red October, was it?
No.
When did that supposedly take place? I
I
always
don't
get
care,
shit like
but
that mixed up.
like the CIA teamed up with who was it? Howard Hughes. I think it was Howard Hughes.
I was about to say I think Logan's on it.
And they got a boat. His boat was under his name and everything, and they said he was searching for shit. I don't know, some kind of, whatever, some lost coins.
Some doubloons?
Yeah, and it was actually a CIA operation to raise a Soviet sub to see what technology they were working with, because it, like, imploded.
Project Arizona, 1968.
Yeah.
Trying to recover K-129 submarine.
Holy shit.
They actually recovered, like, parts of it.
1,600 miles northwest of Hawaii.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. That's
so
pretty
it was
cool.
a smoke screen for a CIA operation. A billionaire backed that, so it was a screen. So these guys are helping out the government. That means the government's helping them out too. By the way.
Right.
It's a quid pro row for sure, dude.
Okay.
Austin Powers.
Adam knows jokes. Adam has the best jokes. He's the best joke teller.
Tremendous, believe me.
Tremendous comedian, and believe me, I know comedians. I am one.
Well, I mean, Jeff Bezos has Amazon Web Services hosts CIA and NSA servers. He has a huge CIA contract.
That just shouldn't be allowed.
That's public knowledge.
But that just shouldn't
he
be
has
allowed.
a government, like a contract with the government for Amazon Web Services, like meaning they store data on like super private.
Does this just not seem like a huge conflict of interest though? And I understand the reason behind it.
Conflict of interest. Money in politics is a conflict of interest, and
that's
that
what
goes
I'm saying.
on all
Like,
the time.
No, I'm saying I understand the rationale behind these decisions from their part, but I'm saying on our part as the citizens, it's like, how long are we really going to sit here and just keep getting fucked?
We don't care.
Well,
we
like-
want to see what's on. See, this is what the problem with coronavirus
Easy,
is.
though. We like things easy.
Right.
That's true. Yeah,
well,
that's a
the
very
big
good point.
problem right now is there's no new TV out. So, like, no new sports. People really can't be distracted by sports other than a little bit of baseball and hockey and basketball.
And
but,
even that's questionable because there's a lot
Right.
of protests going on now
Exactly.
within
So,
those leagues.
Yeah, so maybe people are spending more time on thinking about it, but normally it's just, what's the new King of Queens episode going to be?
Is that even still on the air?
Oh, I don't know. Probably not. Probably not.
I don't think so.
It may not be on the air anymore.
Dude,
Yeah.
I would have. I forget the actress's name, but there
Leah
was.
Remini?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
she like back.
She was
I'd probably
hot back
still
in the
pop
day,
her
dude.
now, but
Oh,
I think
I would.
But back then, dude, when she was in the earlier episodes of King of Queens, dude, oh my God, what a
Oh, yeah.
smoke show!
Oh yeah.
Hot.
You would have hit it, Rabbi.
Oh, totally.
Would you have hit
Yeah,
it
now-
through? Would you have hit it through your sheet that you have to fuck people through?
The Hasidic.
It ended in 2007.
Oh, okay.
So we were
Do
close.
the Lord's work.
Yeah, there you go.
Had a 9-year runtime.
Yeah, dude, that was on for a while.
That's
Jerry
not bad.
Stiller, rest in power.
Yeah, dude, that's not bad for a television show, man. That's 9 years. Holy shit. Let's see. Oh yeah, so I was looking around. I think present company's all aware that there's been some shit going down in Kenosha. That's Wisconsin, right? I think Kenosha, Wisconsin.
I think Logan looked that up yesterday. Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
double-check it.
Yeah.
So this kid, 17-year-old Kyleittenhouse, shot and killed. I think it was like 3 people, wasn't it?
2 of them were killed, and one of them was.
Oh yeah, the bicep
Yeah,
guy.
one of them got his arm basically blown off, except for they were able to save the arm.
Right. So this kid, immediately after this happened, places like 4chan and shit like that started trying to raise money for this kid, of course. The cesspool that is.
Fuck around and find out, Kyle.
Yeah. So they started calling him Kyle Fuck Around and Find Out Rittenhouse, and they've been trying to get this crowdfunding shit going, but GoFundMe and all the other conventional crowdfunding sites have just been destroying the campaigns, because obviously it's like they're not trying to sit here and fucking pay for this kid who basically went out and just shot people illegally. He's not even supposed to have a gun at that age. You're not supposed to have an assault rifle at that age. It's not even legal for him to open carry it. But anyway, I found this crowdfunding website. It's a Christian crowdfunding site, and it's where like racists and bigots and like all these people who have ever been all these religious places and entities that have ever been sued by like the gay community, they usually go to this site to crowdfund. And so I found this kid's I found Kyle Rittenhouse's GoFundMe, but it's like a Christian GoFundMe, and just some of the comments on here, because you can leave money and then you can write a comment for whoever's running the page or whatever the hell. It's just insane. So within a few days, he's up to $177,000 out of their $200,000 goal for his legal defense. There have been 4,000 donations.
Within the first day, I think I checked it, and they were up to like $60,000 already within the first day of it going up.
Yeah, dude, it's insane. And there's so one of the comments here is hold on, let me see if I can find it. I'm not putting this up on the big screen just because I don't want to I'm not trying to publicize this asshole's shit, and I also don't want to read some of these comments on air.
You don't know what he'll try to find you.
Oh, he can come try to fucking find me, dude. I'm not the one for that type of shit.
Well, let me ask you this. Did that city have 5G in it?
Does Wisconsin... Wait, does Kenosha have 5G?
5G probably caused him to do it, dude.
It was like a Son of Sam situation. So basically, like one of them, like this one right here, it's like a $20 donation. Or no, this one's a $48 donation. It says, "Nice shot, Kyle." Come the fuck on, guy. There's another one that just says, "Kyle, fuck around and find out, Rittenhouse." It's just like all these people are like, "God bless a sincere hero," and calling this dude a patriot and all this other shit. It's like,
yeah, this energizes the base, man. The base is fucking, they're reacting to this with like great strength. I mean, they're ready for it, man. They're ready to fucking take on the socialists like Joe Biden.
It's just, yeah, well, it's just,
yeah, the funny thing is Joe Biden's so far from a socialist.
Exactly.
Oh my god, he's just a fucking another corporate piece of shit.
We couldn't have fucking run Bernie Sanders. They would have called him a socialist, but look what's going on with fucking Joe Biden.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, man, they're fucking coming, man. This is the fucking year for it to happen.
Well, yeah, might as well get it over with.
Well, I mean, that's the one thing I will say. Like, obviously, I'm not happy that any of this bullshit's happening, but if there is going to be some crazy clash, like a weird civil war between like the type of people that are like donating on this GoFundMe versus like those same pussies we saw like breaking glass and setting fires and stuff, I'd love to see that war, because it's literally the worst elements of both sides clashing against each other, while the rest of us can just sit the fuck at home and talk about it on a microphone. I can't wait. I kind of hope it does erupt like that and they all do start killing each other off, because I think then it's just gonna, it'll just either calm it down, or they'll just keep fighting until there's not really that many left on either side to keep pushing, to keep pushing the issue.
Why do they call it a civil war? Like, there's nothing civil about it. Like, oh, you're acting civil. Like in a normal conversation, wow, that person was acting really civil.
It should be called a domestic war.
Hold on, Rabbi. We're not going to just glaze over Adam's Jerry.
Rabbis agree with me.
No, we're not going to sit here. Okay, well, you're getting fucking popped down. We're not going to sit here and we're not going to steamroll over the fact that you just did a hacky observational Jerry Seinfeld joke.
What's the deal with civil wars?
God damn.
Shouldn't they be called?
You really are just a steamrolling motherfucker. You're like the Ralphie May of podcasting. No? Fuck me.
Come on, you give it to yourself, but not Adam's joke.
No, because people laughed about mine. So.
Well, no, I kept trying to get a sentence in. But
well, I mean, you wouldn't
right now, I can't fucking speak. I'm not allowed to.
Well, it's clear you haven't gotten a sentence in this whole show, so.
That's true. Yeah, right. I'm just a spotlight.
Sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
Anyway, there's so I just hate all this sensationalizing, all this like they're like making him out to be a hero. This one right here. Fucking brave in every way, Even more proud to be an American now. Thank you, Kyle, my hero. Praying for you and your family. Shut the fuck.
Do you think they're like playing a lot of STP, that one song by STP? Hey, man, nice shot. You know, what's that song called?
I don't even think that's Stone Temple Pilots.
It certainly fucking is.
Hey, man, nice shot.
No, that's Filter.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's definitely Filter.
They're adjacent.
Wow.
Well,
What an
unfortunately.
asshole.
Yeah, well, I guess one's
Do not
alive and one's
fucking
not.
confuse them.
Yeah, well, one's alive, one's not.
That's Adam's extent of pop
canceled.
culture knowledge.
Getting canceled,
hey,
Adam.
Well, hey, I'll tell you a fun fact about the lead singer of Filter.
What?
The brother of T1000.
Song's called Nickelbag.
Yeah, there we go.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's the fucking brother of the guy who was T1000.
The guy that runs like this.
Yeah.
If you're not watching,
How'd you
I
guys
just did
not
the
know that? You were
T1000
trying
run.
to tough talk me about fucking music.
Well, yeah, I didn't know
my
that.
asshole. Oh, who's Filter? Well, you didn't even know Filter's fucking lead singer is the brother of T1000.
Who the fuck needs to know that? Like,
Everyone needs to know that.
No one needed to know that.
T1000, man.
All right, let's see here. So I think enough with Fat Boy Kyle. I guess now what we can do is we can get into presidential Slampaign.
You know I'm totally off script right now.
I know a lot of weed smokers.
Please, Russia, please. He's a bad, bad guy.
The NAACP's endorsed me every time I've run. And if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
It's the 2020 presidential Slampaign.
Just for my reference, are you able to hear that when I play that, Rabbi?
No, that I'm like juggling between muting my mic and turning up the TV.
The stream?
Oh, it's okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
because every time I call you, I can't hear it either.
Yeah, so if I turn up my fucking video to hear what's going on, does it cause like feedback?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, shit.
So wait, you watch on your phone and
No,
call?
I'm watching on my TV and calling.
Oh, gotcha.
And it's
okay.
also delayed by like at least 10 seconds.
Colin Farrell.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. So I can't hear anything.
Colin
I can't even
Quinn?
hear the turkeys crashing.
Oh no. Well, we're getting ready to the turkeys crashing. We're getting ready to go into the presidential Slampaign segment about Jerry Falwell and the cuck situation. So if you wanna hear it and then call in after we talk about
Gotcha.
it, you could do that.
Sounds good.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you soon.
Brother man.
Peace. A good man, that rabbi. All right, so yeah, like I said, we're going to get into the recent developments with Jerry Falwell Jr. and his hula of a wife.
She's not a whore.
She's an absolute whore. Are you kidding me?
She seems like a great lady.
She's the best kind of whore there is.
Oh, yeah.
She's very welcome in this world of ours.
She sure is.
So I guess without further ado, we're going to do a recap. So we'll play the initial report or one of the initial reports that kind of give you an idea of what's been going on with this guy and who he is, what he does, if you're not familiar with this gentleman. Make sure I got this flipped over. Cool.
The former pool attendant at the center of the sex scandal that led to the
sex
downfall of
scandal.
Jerry Falwell Jr. is breaking his silence. In his first TV interview, he claims the former president of the conservative Christian Liberty University encouraged him to sleep with his wife, telling him to, quote, go for it. Stephen Fabian has more.
The former pool boy who
Look at
had an
that
affair
broad.
with Jerry Falwell Jr.'s wife.
You can't tell me you wouldn't.
Oh, I'm all over it, dude. I would definitely bang her.
Yeah, I like that she's kind of got...
What a dirty chick.
She's got that, like, you can look at her with that smile and those, like, she's cutting her eyes. It's like, you know that bitch is thinking about just some dirty shit. And she was over here, like, there's so many stories. And look at Mike Pence over there fighting his
He
urges.
knows. Well, we had to keep a couple. Is that his wife to next to him, or?
Mike Pence had to pretend to have a boner when she stood up. That might, yeah, I think that is his wife, dude. Why do politicians just traditionally pick the most ass ugly women that they can possibly find.
Trump didn't.
Let us not, well, obviously, but let us not forget
JFK didn't.
old Nancy, my flat ass, big
Well, because they're
four-headed
all
wife.
But that chick is, she's a freak, dude.
Yeah, this chick likes some good old fashioned deep dicking.
Is giving his first TV interview today, and the story he tells is shocking. He says he met Jerry and Becky Falwell when he was working at the famous Fountain Blue Hotel in Miami.
I noticed this woman behind me staring at me, and she was noticeably drunk.
Yeah.
And she was just flirting with me, and then we started flirting back and forth. And then towards the end of my work shift, she's like, hey, would you want to go back to my hotel room? And as a single 20-year-old, I'm like, yeah, of course. And then she's like, but my husband wants to watch.
Giancarlo
Hold on just a second.
I noticed this woman behind me staring at me, and she was noticeably drunk. And she was just flirting with me. And then we started flirting back and forth. And then towards the end of my work shift, she's like, hey, would you want to go back to my hotel room? And as a single 20-year-old, I'm like, yeah, of course. And then she's like, but my husband wants to watch.
Giancarlo Granda tells George Stephanopoulos that when he entered the hotel room with Becky, Jerry Falwell was already there.
He was laying on the bed, he was drunk, and he was giggling. And again, I'm kind of weirded out at this moment. And I said, hey, if at any point you get jealous or you want me to back off, just let me know and I'll walk out of here. And he's like, no, just go for it.
He said Becky revealed that on the previous night, she and her husband had been to a well-known swingers club, Miami Velvet.
And they said it was kind of gross because there's too many people and they wanted a more intimate session.
Tell us,
Giancarlo. Boy says the affair continued for several years with get-togethers at a high-end golf resort in the Florida Keys and at this luxury hotel in New York City.
They say that you had an affair
with
Mrs.
I hate
Falwell, but
Stephanopoulos.
that Jerry Falwell Jr. was not involved.
Jerry's lying. That was his game plan from the beginning, to just throw her under the bus.
She's the hottest first lady at any college in the country.
I mean, he ain't lying.
Now the Falwells are dealing with yet
Little
another
side boob
scandal.
right there.
A former student at Liberty University tells Politico he also had an affair with Becky Falwell. In 2008, he says
Where
he was
is this
invited
broad
to
when you
spend
need
the
her?
night at the
Becky
Falwell home.
The wife.
Oh, who also had an affair with him?
Oh, another student from the university.
Damn.
From Liberty.
Where were these chicks?
I know, dude. When I hear stories like that on the news and shit, you know how every once in a while they'll be like, oh, a teacher accused of having sex with like a 14-year-old student, and you're thinking like, oh, what a grease bag, and then you see the article,
Some
or you
hot
see
chick.
the actual news thing, and it's like this fucking smoke show banging this dude, this teenage dude.
And the kid's just grinning in the picture.
Yeah,
Every time.
man.
Fuck
And
yeah.
it's always the parents who have to come along and fuck it up for everybody. And let's not play the whole, oh, but it's rape. It's like, no, it's technically illegal. It's different for dudes. I know at that age, if one of my teachers wanted to throw the puss on me, I'd have been like, hell yes,
Right.
dude.
But we're not even talking about that. We're talking about people. If I was in my 20s, why wasn't this happening to me? Some broad cleaning a pool just comes up, hey, you want to bang me?
And why does it fucking matter? They're all in their fucking 20s, like.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing. It's like if this wasn't a person of prominence, then
Yeah, we're not
and
talking about kids.
if it wasn't an election year, you wouldn't be really hearing much about this. I don't think.
Well, no, you would, because her fucking husband is a big holy roller.
Right, but that's the thing. I don't think it would be that big of a deal.
He
though.
would, yeah, but he condones this stuff. He condones stuff like this.
We
you can't
all-
have sex outside of marriage.
We all know that these fucking zealots are into
Of
all
course we
kinds of
do.
crazy shit,
Of
and
course.
they're
I
never
don't-
gonna
yeah.
not live that lifestyle.
don't have
That's
a
the
problem
whole
with it.
reason that these fucking people get into politics or religion in the first place, is to control masses because they're sociopaths. That's why the whole political framework needs to be reanalyzed and rebuilt, and we need to just get rid of religion across the board. It does no good for anyone.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if they were not hypocrites, then this would not be a story. But they
Good
are
point.
hypocrites. That is why it's a story.
Good point. Yeah, what was the fucking name of that swingers club? The Velvet something, or Miami Velvet?
Yeah, Miami Velvet.
Velvet is one of the most tacky things that you can have. I would love a velvet tracksuit though. I
No.
found I think I told you, Adam, I found this really nice looking it's like a burgundy velour Fila tracksuit. I think I'm gonna get it for myself for Christmas.
You should.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, like, why can't I have some fucking broad like that come up to me? I'm cleaning a pool. I don't clean pools, but...
Well, you own a mirror.
If
You
I'm-
saw Giancarlo, dude. That boy was a fucking smoke show.
That guy... He had it going on.
Yeah, dude. He had that chiseled jawline and shit. Ain't
The
nobody.
guy looked great. He's doing some good things.
But you can't tell me she wouldn't fuck one of us in this room
That's
if
what
she
I'm
was
saying.
drunk. You
It
know?
doesn't matter. We could have been the pool boy. She would have fucked us.
Wait, if he's out here exposing this whole situation, why didn't the husband fire back with, yeah, he took advantage of my drunk wife? He even said it in the interview.
Because there's audio recordings of him talking on the phone with his wife, and then good old Jerry's in the background talking as well.
Do you think? Oh, actually,
so that's why.
So
because
Jerry,
it happened over years, so he had recordings.
So Jerry Falwell is a confirmed cuck. Do you think that this is part of the experience? Do you think he's getting like a boner over this?
Dude, he went down super cuck. He wanted to have the media cuck him.
Yeah, dude.
Holy shit! What if he's an ultra cuck?
Well, because he knows that when they're showing fucking video of his wife standing up and waving and shit like that, he knows there's an entire nation just going, who wouldn't throw it in her?
Yeah.
He knows.
Yeah.
He knows she's a fucking hot ass.
Yeah,
like, she's
but
a
then
hot
he's
piece
not.
and like
Yeah, but
he's
he
fucking
must not be
gross
slamming.
looking.
He must not be slamming any that puss then.
I don't think cucks are out there slamming puss. He probably has a little bing bing.
Well,
I think that's what it is. Is like cucks traditionally have small cocks and they want to see a bigger dick. Just give their wives boxes and oil derricking. Oh, I think
is
that's
that
what
what
it
it
is. Yeah, that's why a lot of cucks are usually
Okay.
BBCs.
Let's talk about your BBC.
They're referred to as the bull. And then usually the husband, the
okay, yeah.
cuck, will prep the bull by putting the bull's garbage in his mouth and getting it at least half.
Well, do you think
halfway
he was on cleanup crew?
I don't know if he was
You
on.
think he was cleaning
crew.
up? You think he was cleaning up?
I don't think he was on cleanup crew. I think the pool boy.
Doggy. I think he was cleaning up.
He might have been. Who
he
knows?
He was cleaning.
Because I mean, I'm sure the pool boy wasn't just getting puss. He was probably getting like vacations and money and shit. And if you're getting money and you're becoming beholden to this person for like what they're willing to give you, you're
know.
probably willing to put your dick in a guy's mouth to get it cleaned off. After
I'm not even
it's
saying
been
that.
in
He could be cleaning up her vagina.
Oh,
after
yeah.
a CP. Dude.
Well, that's
I think
another
a cream
thing.
pie is being placed.
So that's
which
actually
is even better. Who
Well,
wouldn't
that's
want to drop a
actually-
fucking cream pie in this chick?
Of course they would, Adam. But that's the thing is
Alright.
like you hit on a good point because generally that cleanup, like cleaning out the CP, is kind of part of cuck culture.
Okay.
So there's a good chance that Giancarlo dropped a load in this broad, and when he pulled out, the husband was right there on cleanup duty.
How do you know so much about cuck culture?
Because, dude, you have no idea that
it's out there.
fucking crazy shit I've done personally in my life, but also the crazy shit that I have to watch to be able to get a boner online. You have no idea, Logan. I've completely desensitized myself from the time I was like 14 until now. I have been through it all, dude. That's why when I tell stories, like I know I've told stories within context about dating two girls at one time and shit like that, and it everyone's always like, oh, you just bragging about it. It's like, no, dude, you don't understand. It's not something I would ever do again because of the fucking hassle that it is. Yeah, it might sound cool the first time you tell that story, but the reality of the situation when you're dating two girls and you're all like sleeping in the same bed and you're living with one another and shit like that, it's a fucking nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare. Everything other than the sex is a nightmare. And because they are the way they are, they're always going to find a problem with each other or with you or whatever the fuck. So then it's just no sex ever. Because if you have sex with one and not the other, that's a problem. Or if they're both mad at you or one's mad at you, doesn't want to fuck or anything like that, then you're just not having sex. So pretty much you're just not having sex after a certain point in time. So
Arousing.
That whole thing sucks. I'm not into cuck culture. Like I don't think I would be very comfortable banging a chick with another dude watching me.
You wouldn't bang where are these middle-aged women throwing it down, dude? They got to be all over the place. We got to find these broads.
Oh, I know where it's at. There's a particular place downtown. There's like a hotel that's specifically for that.
Oh, shut up.
I promise. I've been invited there several times when I worked at Botanicare. We had several people that shopped at Botanicare that were swingers that would like go to these events and shit like that. It's like a whole thing. You have to like subscribe to this club. You have basically pay dues to this club, and then you have to get like medical work done to make sure that you're not gonna spread anything or that you don't have anything and shit like that. They're like a really serious organization of people who just have these giant eyes wide shut parties.
Yeah, I don't want that, but you just like if you can find a hot older lady like that,
yeah,
come on,
blow it out.
Where are these broads? They got to be all over the place, I would think.
They are, but that's the thing. We're all a bunch of shut-ins, and we don't go anywhere that these people are going to be looking for young dick.
That is true.
Or youngish dick. Adam's like 58. Logan's
I'm not 58.
Logan's 13. Like I'm the only one that's of a normal age in this
I'm
room.
34 as of
Come on, you're
yesterday.
like 48.
Yeah, you're 48.
I'm 48?
Yeah, I'm 34.
I thought Logan for a minute said that he was 48. I was going to laugh my ass off.
He didn't say that.
Oh yeah, so let's get to the second video real quick, and then we'll have Rabbi call back in.
Call back in. What are we doing? 2-hour episodes?
Well, we have one more video clip to do, and then I figured we'll have him call in, and then that'll be our segue out. Don't fucking pick the episode apart. You understand I have a format. You know that I have a plan for it. Just sit back and enjoy the show. You baby boy over here fucking crying. Oh, I got stuff I gotta do. You gotta do nothing. He's gonna go up there, turn his Xbox on, fucking not play video games, and smoke 9 cigarettes in an hour, floating his liver. So this video is titled "New Allegations About Jerry Falwell Jr.'s Wife." So hopefully we get to see some more B-roll of her.
New allegations have emerged involving Jerry Falwell Jr. and his wife, just days after Falwell resigned as head of Liberty University, one of the nation's largest Christian schools. It has been a stunning fall from grace for one of the president's staunchest supporters. Here's CBS's Jerika Duncan.
It's the latest salacious headline involving the
Look at that
Falwells.
cockhound
This
on the
time,
left.
a former Liberty University student tells Politico that Becky Falwell performed
Ooh.
oral sex on him in 2008.
Ooh.
I want to freeze frame right here so that everyone at home can just enjoy this chick. I know there's a lot of girls at home going, ugh, but I'm sorry. You guys don't understand. It's just a thing that you could like see past the broad on his lap. This is some serious shit going on right here.
He says his wife met at the Fontainebleau Hotel in Miami Beach.
She invited me back to the hotel room.
In an interview with CBS, Granda, who is now 29, says the affair began the day he met Becky at the pool.
I'm 20 years old, single. I didn't really think anything of it.
That's right.
And then she said, by the way, my husband likes to watch.
It's the type of lewd behavior that is
the thing. That is the thing. If you can get past the fact that there's going to be a guy watching you, then you're good to go. But there's always some kind of attachment when it comes to shit like this. It's never just a get in, get out situation.
I don't know. I think it depends on the level of the husband cuckoldry. I think you could probably get it in after a while and just make like the husband just requires a video from you and the chick.
That would be,
she just has to send him a video.
That I wouldn't mind at all. I wouldn't mind that at all. That's the only time you could probably get me into it. Rabbi says stream was frozen for me for a while. Yeah, it does that sometimes. That's just it buffering. So like if that ever happens to you, just refresh it and it should pop back up to normal. We're still kind of learning all this shit too. Let's see.
At Liberty University.
Just curious if they ever took you to church with them.
Well, actually, we never really spoke about religion.
Of course not.
Religion really to him wasn't.
He was too busy praising that hog.
One of the things that
What did
Jerry
he say
Falwell
about his
Jr. said
Falwell's
is
take on
it's an
religion
election.
when you interrupted him?
It just wasn't that big of a deal.
One of the things that Jerry
It wasn't
Falwell
that big of a
Jr.
deal.
said is
This guy's supposed
it's
to
an
be an
election
ultra-religious guy.
year, and he expected this to happen.
Well, let me make it clear, there is no political motivation whatsoever. He's just trying to deflect and spin it.
Did you fear the Falwells?
They have, the president on speed dial. They have people behind the scenes that can spin and manipulate stories. So yes, I was afraid.
But the Falwells maintain this is all about extortion.
I mean, it's ridiculous to think that the 20-year-old working at the Fontainebleau Hotel was preying upon this power couple.
Jerika Duncan, CBS News, New York.
So, Rabbi, feel free to call back in, but my thing is, why exactly did this need to be brought to light in the first place? I get it. Aside from the fact that, yes, it's an election year, this guy is like an ultra conservative. He has ties to Trump and all that other shit. Why is this kid coming out and being a fucking snitch, man? It sounded like he found a down ass bitch and a down ass dude.
He had a great situation.
Yeah, and he ruined it. He ruined a good situation.
Someone gave him some fucking money or something, dude.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. Somebody was like, hey, if you want, I'll pay you X amount of money.
If you expose this.
Yeah.
Because he had recordings. Why would he have recordings?
Exactly.
He
and
knew who they were.
Welcome back to the show, Rabbi.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
But my thing is like, money or not, it's like, why wouldn't you then go back to this family, be like, hey, they offered me this amount of money, I'm not going to take it, and then they would have probably given him more money and shit like that, and he could have kept fucking this chick.
Right.
He could have had a really sweet situation on his hand. I can't stand people who snitch on the dick or snitch on the pussy.
You had, yes, like you said, you had a great situation, dog. You would get to fuck a chick who's a fucking millionaire.
And just a
and then you can walk away. You drop loads.
housewife.
You drop loads. You walk away. That's the best. That cuck has to take care of her. Who gives a fuck? You get to drop loads and walk away.
Yeah.
And I'm sure like you probably get some nice vacations and stuff too.
Absolutely. It's not like it's not like he's just dicking this chick down and that's it. You know damn well this guy's, he's getting gifts and whatnot. He's giving gifts and receiving them.
Yeah, he's giving CPs.
Yeah, but it's like, come on, man. Like
But it's not political.
Yeah, exactly. It's not political. There's no motivation behind it.
Political. No.
But like my whole thing is like I respect a down ass woman more so than like probably anything else on this planet. Like somebody who can like keep a secret like this chick's doing, just kind of plays her games, gets her dick, and like knows how to keep it hush hush.
Just dirty, dude.
I feel like it's just getting more and more rare to find chicks like this, like to find chicks who don't want to make it all about them or blow up the situation. Like it's really hard to find a real cool chick. And by cool, I mean somebody that like you not only see yourself fucking, but can actually hang out with on a real level and not feel like, oh my God, I'm being drained by this extension of my penis.
Yeah.
It's
you just drop a load and walk away.
Well, it's kind of like
your husband takes care of her.
My whole thing is like,
awesome.
I'm always trying to find something like there are characteristics of chicks that I've dated in the past that I always look for later on in the future. Like, you always, if you've lived a certain amount of time, you've dated a certain amount of people, you know what you're into versus what you're not. And my whole thing is like, I just like down ass chicks that you can like trust to have your back in any situation. Kind of like that story I was telling you guys yesterday. And actually this is a good story because Rabbi knows who I'm talking about. So Rabbi, you remember the chick I dated, not the first girl, but her friend, the second one with the glasses?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, so when there was this one time, like I knew she was a down ass chick and was cool as fuck right after this. So like our first date, we didn't do anything crazy. We just walked around. We went for a walk. We like ate lunch in the park or whatever the fuck. And then when we came back to our neighborhood, like where Rabbi and I lived, there was a like kind of a little house party going on in my apartment. And so she and I went to my bedroom and we were getting ready to bang and everything. And she was like, yo, I just started my period. I'm not really super into like banging on my period. And I was like, oh, no worries, dude. Like it's, this is like our first date. I'm sure we're going to hang out after this. And so I was getting ready to go out to the kitchen and grab a beer and come back and we were going to smoke a joint and everything. And she was like, wait, hold on. Don't go out there. And I was like, why? And she was like, I don't want them to think that, you didn't get fucked. And so she like gave me a bunch of hickeys on my neck and like scratched my chest and back up a lot. And I walked out to go get the beer and everybody just started clapping and shit like that. And I walked back into the room and she was like, see, I can't have you going out there and like having people not think that I'm not throwing the pussy on you.
Looking like a baloney boy.
Yeah, dude. I always respected her for that. I was like, who would think to do that for somebody?
It's someone who doesn't want to fuck.
It's like clairvoyance almost.
Yeah, I just really appreciated it. And like, it was just kind of a nice thing to do. I'd never encountered something like that before because Rabbi, as you know, he knew the other chick that I dated before her and she was just insane. Absolutely fucking insane. Like I've told Adam this story before, but like this is the same chick where I would be getting out of class or I would be at a friend's house and I wouldn't get home till like 2-3 in the morning or something sometimes. And there would be nights where I'd pull into the driveway or the parking lot and she would just be standing in the dark by my apartment door, just glaring down at me. And she would have been, she would come when it was still daylight out and she would just stand there and wait for me to get home. And she had another tactic where if I didn't come home that night, she would call my phone and text it until the battery ran out. And that was her tactic. She would just do that over and over and over again. She was absolutely psychotic.
Yeah, she told me that she loved Xanax. Like, and I was like, yeah, I bet.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that's okay. See, that's new information I wasn't aware of. I think I dodged a bullet with that one. Thank God. There are a couple of people from my past where I'm like, thank God I never knocked them up.
Yeah, you either dodged or chevied that bullet.
Shut up. But no, she was one of those ones that would pull a she would pull this shit on me from time to time. Like, especially when we first started having sex, I remember it got a little rocky. And there was a point in time where we thought we were going to break up. And she was like, well, I think I'm pregnant, so that's just not going to happen. And like young me was like, oh, God damn it. So of course I wouldn't break up with her. And of course she'd be like, oh, you know, like a couple weeks later, oh, I don't think I'm pregnant. Oh. And by that time, everything had been smoothed over. And at the time, it's like when you're that young, you're just stupid. You're just blinded by pussy. You don't realize like you're just being manipulated.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you're seeing all sorts of stimuli you want to attach yourself to.
You're just trying to get your dick wet.
yeah, man.
That's it.
That's why now in my 30s, I'm like, fuck that shit, dude. I'm cool with just coming in a sock.
We need Jerry Falwell's fucking wife.
Yeah, we really
That's what
do.
we need.
We really do.
Well, that's what we need to our fuck situation, yeah.
She's a marvelous looking woman.
I mean, that's a jackpot, man.
It's a honeypot.
It's the honeycomb hideout. Well, shit, boys. I think we should go ahead and probably call this one an episode.
All right. Well,
I appreciate
feels okay. I give it about a 7 out of a 10, maybe.
7 out of 10. Thank you.
He's being generous.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think Rabbi's handing it to us. I think we kind of phoned it in, if I do say so myself. I think I should see.
No, I'm just saying, room for improvement for all of us.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll never not be the case. What a rousing ending to a fucking lackluster episode. All right, get the fuck out of here, Rabbi. I love you, dude.
All right. I love you guys.
See you, man.
Take it easy, brother.
Peace out.
Holy shit, a lackluster episode. But thank you all for joining us for another installment of the Brass Tacks podcast. We've still got one more we got to put in the can before we can...
No, we don't. Next week we'll be doing that.
Well, okay, obviously, but I've already told the audience that we're pre-recording, so obviously they already know.
I know, but that's
But thank you for interrupting. If you guys have any suggestions for the show or anything that you'd like to see covered, please email us at therealbrasstacks@gmail.com. If you want a Brass Tacks podcast t-shirt or liquor mug, there is a link in the video description. And before you get out of here, please drop a like on the video. Not that it'll matter too much, but you know, just throw it on there. Make your boys happy. We like to see a little feedback from you. And subscribe if you haven't already. And for all of our audio format listeners, just know that we are live traditionally every Saturday, 3 p.m. Mountain Time, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. West Coast on YouTube and Podbean. And once I get back from vacation, I'm going to set up a dedicated phone number for the show so that everyone will be able to call in and kind of give us their opinions and shit like that. So until next time, guys, have a great week. Be safe, stay healthy, don't be assholes to one another, and we will see you next time.
It's nice to be important. It's more important to be nice. Okay.